How to Stop Worrying About the Little Things and Being Paranoid. There's actually a book you can read by Dale Carnegie called How to Stop Worrying and Start Living. And I also recommend, in addition to reading that book, search for quotes. There's wonderful quotes out there. Winston Churchill had a great one on worrying. I love quotes. He said, "I once knew a man who on his deathbed talked about all the worries he had in his life that he thought about, none of which came true." So almost everything that you worry about never comes true. And so I feel like we're wasting our time worrying about things we can't control. And so I tend to focus on only what I can control. And for me personally, this is not a religious call, but I'm fully transparent. I always tell myself when I'm worried, don't worry, because God already knows what's going to happen. And that gives me peace of mind. And then you also get a bit older, like me, and you stop caring what people think about you. Okay. And the second you really, really worry about what people think about you is the second that your life goes into a spiral, because you're ultimately trying to live your life for other people and please other people. And how can you focus on being happy if all you care about, or all we care about, I should say, not singling you out, Rohit, but all we care about is what people think of us. Okay, and so the earlier you learn to not give a damn what other people think about you, the more happy you'll be. Okay, the more happy you'll be. And I'm not telling you to be rude or disingenuous at all. Just don't care what people think of you. And you'll do better. Even, Lamarck, you'll do better in interviews too. Somebody asked a question about interviews. If you don't care what they think about you as much. And what I mean by this is this. And I'll give an example of dating. And I should not be giving dating advice because I sucked at it. Christine's way out of my league. And I'll give you an example of interviewing as well. So let me kick it off with interviewing. So do you remember when you went to just a ton of interviews and you didn't get the job and you kept trying really hard, and eventually you went to a job interview and you're like, I just don't care. I don't care anymore. And what happened was you aced that interview. And the reason you aced that interview is because you were so relaxed. You weren't rude or disingenuous. You just relaxed, and you talk about things you enjoy talking about, like talk about sports. Sports, by the way, is great boardroom talk. I don't care where you're from in the world. Everybody loves a sport that you love. So chit chat like that. And when I was relaxed in my interviews in the past, I did really well because I told myself, I don't care if I get this job. And the same thing when it comes to dating. Like, I remember when I first started dating Christine, it was a disaster. We go out on dates and I wasn't sure how to act. I was nervous, right? And then eventually I was like, I just don't care. I'm going to be myself. And the date worked out really well.